بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد. In Zad al-Ma'ad, the second volume, Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah ta'ala, he speaks about fasting the day of Ashura. Fasting the day of Ashura, the 10th day of Al-Muharram, the month of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Shahrullahi al-Muharram. Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah, he talks about the legislation of fasting on this day. He also talks about some of the historic background or the historical background of this fast. Some of the ways how this fast was legislated and laid down now. And he also speaks about some of the different problems that come from the historic background or historical background, the chronological order of the levels of the fasting of Muharram. He brings up many different issues pertaining to Al-Muharram, when it was, when it wasn't, and when in the process of know that the Jews were doing it. Was it obligatory at first, then it became recommended, etc. Now, Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah, he discusses this in detail, and he brings up the different answers and the different ways of harmonizing tawfiq wal jam'a, combining between the different views, the different problematic things like this. Also a tarjih, he declares certain things to be stronger than others. And he concludes and he summarizes this discussion by saying, he says, فَمَرَاتَبُ صَوْمِهِ ثَلَاثَةٌ. He says, so therefore the levels of fasting Ashura are three. There are three maratib, three levels of fasting Ashura. أكملها, he says, the best of them, the most complete way, أن يصام قبله يوم وبعده يوم. He says here, Ibn Qayyim's view, he says the best thing to do is to fast the day before and the day after. Before and afterwards, meaning the 9th day and the 11th day, along with the 10th day. So Ibn Qayyim, he says the best thing to do is to fast 3 days consecutively, and one before Ashura, the 10th, and one after Ashura. وَيَلِي ذَلِكَ أَنْ يُصَامَ التَّاسِعَ وَالْعَاشِرِ. He says the next best thing to do, and virtue, the next best thing to do is to fast the 9th and the 10th day. وَعَلَيْهِ أَكْثَرُ الْأَحَادِيثِ. He says, in this style, this way of doing it, is the way that's proven in most of the narrations. He says most of the narrations are proven, prove this, that's the best thing to do. وَيَلِي ذَلِكَ إِفْرَادُ الْعَاشِرِ وَحْدَهُ بِالصَّوْمِ. The third and final stage or step, the least virtuous, is just to fast the 10th day. It's to only fast the 10th day. وأما إفراد التاسع فمن نقص فهم الآثار وعدم تتبع ألفاظها وطرقها وهو بعيد من اللغة والشرع والله الموفق للصواب. He says as far as fasting just the 9th day, he says then that's incomplete and that's incorrect. That's not valid. It's not strong. It isn't something that's based off of thoroughly understanding the narrations, the hadith, nor gathering all of them and compiling all of them and critically breaking them down, analyzing them, comparing them to each other. Alright? He says, and this is something which doesn't go with the Arabic language nor with the Sharia. It doesn't fall in line. There's no proper place for it, period, in the language or the deen, for a person just to fast on the 9th day. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who gives the success, the divine success, the tawfiq. He's the one who inspires his servants to do good, and he's the one who gives them the physical ability to do so. Alhamdulillah, this is a quick brief fa'idah from Zad al-Ma'ad, from Ibn al-Qayyim, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best.